Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech. We're going to unbox and review the HTC One on Verizon. The HTC One's been out for quite a while on other carriers, but it's recently just come to Verizon. It's $199 with a 2-year contract, so let's take a look at it. Open it up here. Here's the hardware itself. Now, I've been using this myself for about a week, but I wanted to show you what comes in the box. So we've got the phone. Underneath here, we have a SIM card tool, your normal literature, warranty information, get to know Verizon. We also have a pair of headphones that come with it. Now, the HTC One does have Beats audio included in the One, but these don't say Beats on them by themselves. But you get these pair of headphones. You also get a micro USB to USB adapter. I'll show you that here. Typical HTC USB to micro USB. Then we have the AC wall adapter with USB in the back and typical plug. The first thing I noticed when I used the HTC One is how solid of a phone it is. It's constructed of aluminum, as you can see here on the back. It's really nice looking, feels extremely solid in the hand, feels as good as, if not better than, an Apple product, which is really astonishing when it comes to a device from HTC or Samsung or any of them, and they're really just have done a great job on this phone. You can see it has the normal logos on the back, Verizon, Beats Audio, but overall the hardware is just gorgeous and works really well. The display itself is a 4.7-inch display with a 1080p resolution, or 1920 by 1080. It's beautiful and works really nice. Inside, powering the display and everything else, is a 1.7 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 quad-core processor. It also has 2 gigabytes of RAM with 32 gigabytes of internal storage. There is no expansion. On the front, you can see we have a 2-megapixel camera. We also have some stereo speakers, which are really nice. We have a home and back button, and it's laid out with HTC in the middle, which I really wish they would have left it like stock Android is on the Nexus 4. On the top, you can see we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, our power sleep wake button, which also functions as an IR blaster, which means you can use this as your actual remote for your television or cable box. On this side, we have a volume rocker up and down. On the bottom, we have a microphone and our micro USB for charging and syncing. On this side, we have our SIM slot. And then on the back, we have a 4-megapixel camera. Now, HTC's opted to go with a 4-megapixel camera, but make the sensor actually have larger pixels, so you pick up better low-light performance. And it works really well. It takes beautiful pictures, and then we have an LED flash. We also have another microphone here for noise canceling. We'll power on the HTC One. Hold it down here. It will turn on, and one of the things HTC has just never gotten right, in my opinion, is their buttons. They just have this mushy feel to them. LG with the Nexus 4, Samsung with the Galaxy S4 has a nice click to their buttons, but for some reason HTC has kind of a mushy smush feeling when you push it. Now you can see it loaded up to the front page of HTC Sense, and turn it back on here. We can swipe to open, or we can, if I lock it again and do this, we can swipe to go straight to the camera. And Sense is okay. And you can see here's the camera. It takes really fast pictures. Just took that picture. And it does a great job. Now you can see we've come up to this blink feed that HTC's included with Sense. And it's kind of this feed for all of your news and Facebook friends and things like that. And it does a good job, but it's not something that I would say is really great to have on your front screen. It's more of something you would want to do to go into an app such as Pulse or something along those lines and see. You can see the touchscreen's nice and responsive. It's nice and bright in sunlight. It's vivid, and it looks great, but they've just got this Sense UI over the top of it. It has Android on it, obviously, and has Android 4.2.2. If we go to About, you can see software information, and we have Android 4.2.2, Sense 5.0, and there's all the rest of the information. Unfortunately, we don't have the latest version of Jelly Bean 4.3. That's due to the Sense UI that HTC's decided to put over the top of this. Unfortunately, they've, in my opinion, sort of ruined the experience of Android. Stock Android is much better, and you can actually get this device unlocked with stock Android, but it's pretty pricey from Google. You can see we go to the app drawer, and it's arranged in the way that they've decided with Google Apps, kind of the stock setup, media. And all of the apps are nice. Their media app is nice for music. It works well, and it's responsive, but it just doesn't feel as nice as if we were using, we'll go to Zollotech here. It doesn't feel as nice as if we were using stock Android. So we'll go to my website. And the default browser is not Chrome. You can set that, which isn't a problem. And I actually migrated all my information over from a Nexus 4. You can see it renders okay. We can pinch to zoom, no problem there. If we tap in here, we've got HTC's keyboard, and I much prefer stock Android over this keyboard. So you may want to change the overall interface, which you obviously can do with Android. The call quality is really good on this phone. I've spent probably a half hour's worth of talk time on it. It's really crisp and clear. Everyone can hear me well. No problems there. Signal strength is good. You can see I'm connected to Wi-Fi also. I have 3 bars of Verizon LTE, which is great and fast. No problems whatsoever. When it comes to the battery life, we have a 2300 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. It's not removable. You can't swap it, but it is good for, well, at least HTC says it's good for 19 hours of talk time. I honestly get a day and a half out of it, no problem. I haven't had any issues as far as battery life, even with this beautiful 1080p screen. HTC has opted to kind of depart from what Google is doing with stock Android with their home and back button. You can see they've put their logo here, and it doesn't do anything. The back button obviously goes back, but that means the home button kind of serves a dual purpose. So if we double tap it, we go into the task manager, and we can just swipe these off the screen. If we go home and we tap and hold, we'll get Google Now. We can go through our different information that way. So it's really okay, but I really liked the 3-button setup of stock Android. And you'll hear that over and over. As using this, I just kept thinking I really would love this to have stock Android on it. Everything about the hardware is just so nice that it makes the whole experience really great if it were running the software that I wanted to. You can see here's the picture I've taken with this. It takes great low light photos, takes great pictures, and in fact is better than the majority of cameras out there, unless you want a huge picture. The 4-megapixel camera does a great job. It's as good as, if not better than, the iPhone 5. So this is at the same level or better than that, in my opinion. I used this to listen to music for quite some time, and it sounds phenomenal through the headphone jack. The Beats audio being turned on does enhance it a little bit, but it's not anything that's phenomenal, but it's definitely noticeable. The HTC One is definitely one of the favorite, or if not the favorite of mine when it comes to Android hardware. The Nexus 4 is kind of right up there with it. It depends on what you feel like using as far as aluminum or glass. But the features as far as the camera goes and the overall solidness of the phone just makes this a really great phone. If you haven't used Android yet, or you've used Android and you want to upgrade, I wouldn't hesitate to go ahead and run right out and get this phone. It's such a great phone. And if you're not used to using stock Android, Sense will be a really nice experience. If you've used stock Android, you're going to be a little annoyed that Sense is on there probably. But I wouldn't let that stop you from at least checking this out and testing out the hardware for yourself. If you have any questions or comments, please place those in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.